Well, for me, it was frightening on a couple of levels because I've never, in all the time that I've been coming to London, and
Few entertainers lived a life as dramatic, inspiring, and heartbreaking as Sammy Davis Jr. His journey began in Harlem on December 8, 1925, born to vaudeville performers Sammy Davis Sr. and Elvera Sanchez. Show business was in his blood, but so were secrets. His Cuban heritage was hidden in an era when prejudice could destroy a career. By age 2, Sammy was already on stage with the Will Maston Trio, trading toys for tap shoes and school lessons for endless tours across America. Those early years taught him not only to dazzle audiences, but also to endure the sting of racism, fueling his determination to break barriers with sheer talent. At just 7 years old, he lit up the silver screen in Rufus Jones for President, charming audiences in a time when black faces were rare in Hollywood. But his biggest trials began at 18, when he was drafted into the U.S. Army during World War II. Despite being in one of the first integrated units, Sammy faced relentless racism, beatings, humiliation, and cruelty so severe that it nearly broke him. Yet, he found salvation in performing for the troops, turning hate into applause, and proving no amount of prejudice could silence his spirit. In 1951, Sammy's big break came at Ciro's nightclub in Los Angeles. One night, Hollywood's elite, from Humphrey Bogart to Marilyn Monroe, watched him perform, and by the end, he was the talk of the town. But just 3 years later, tragedy struck. A near-fatal car crash cost him his left eye. Many thought his career was over, but Sammy returned to the stage just 8 weeks later, stronger than ever. That accident also deepened his faith, leading him to convert to Judaism, a decision that would define much of his personal identity and strengthen his fight for civil rights. The 1950s and 60s saw Sammy rise to superstardom with the Rat Pack, alongside Frank Sinatra and Dean Martin. Yet, even as he headlined Las Vegas, segregation kept him from staying in the very hotels where he performed. Refusing to accept this, Sammy used his fame to force change, helping to end the city's official segregation policies by 1971. His talent knew no limits. Singing, dancing, comedy, impressions, and even playing multiple instruments earned him the title Mr. Show Business. On Broadway, in films like Porgy and Bess and Sweet Charity, and on television with the Sammy Davis Jr. Show, he shattered racial barriers and set new standards for entertainment. But behind the spotlight, Sammy's personal life was complicated and often painful. His interracial relationships, particularly with actress Kim Novak and later wife Mae Britt, drew threats from the mob, bomb scares, and career backlash in a time when such love was deemed unacceptable by much of America. Financial mismanagement, gambling, and generosity that far outweighed his bank balance left him in debt, even after earning millions. Addiction also shadowed his life, with drugs and alcohol taking their toll. Still, Sammy kept performing, driven by an unshakable love for the stage. By the late 1980s, he reunited with Sinatra and Martin for a farewell tour, thrilling audiences worldwide. But soon after, he faced his toughest battle, throat cancer. Offered the chance to save his life by removing his voice box, Sammy refused, choosing instead to keep the voice that had defined him. After months of grueling treatment, the cancer returned. On May 16, 1990, the curtain closed on one of entertainment's greatest legends. In a powerful tribute, Las Vegas dimmed its lights for 1 full minute, honoring the man who had once been barred from its hotels, yet went on to change its history forever. Sammy Davis Jr.'s life was one of resilience, brilliance, and a refusal to accept limits. He turned hardship into artistry and left a legacy that still inspires. Here at StarLoop News, we celebrate the legends who shaped our culture, no matter the odds they faced. If you were moved by Sammy's incredible journey, hit that like button. Subscribe for more unforgettable stories, and ring the bell so you never miss the moments that defined Hollywood history.